Welcome to Star Family Tarot. Your intuition led you here. The theme for this video is what reality are you shifting into? So before you, I have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 is going to be this rose quartz. Pile number 2 is this Amazonite. And pile number 3 is this tiger's eye. So before choosing a pile or a crystal that you're drawn to, take a deep breath and ask your spirit guide team to help you choose which pile is right for you at this time. They love to help, but you've got to ask. If you found this channel, you are an old soul and probably a light worker, so welcome. Remember, this is a general reading, so trust your intuition. If something doesn't fit, then it's not for you, or it might connect later on. As always, you can find the timestamps for each reading in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose this rose quartz and this deck here, and welcome to your reading. So I went ahead and pulled a card in advance to represent the general theme for what reality you're shifting into, and I channeled a message for you in advance for that. So I'll go ahead and read that to you now. Then we will pull a few more tarot cards to dive deeper into that energy. Then we'll pull a clarifier oracle card, and we'll end with the wild unknown animal spirit. So the general theme for what reality are you shifting into next is represented by the Ace of Swords. This is signifying a new way of thinking. A significant shift in your perspective is on the horizon. Your perception is expanding, thus allowing in new ideas and capacity to learn something new. This next reality that you're shifting into will require a keen intellect, mental power, and communication skills. It would be an advantageous time to involve yourself in more intellectual pursuits, like taking a class or beginning a writing project. This energy values the pursuit of truth, and with that, you may be called to act on a truth that you are newly passionate about, such as civic duties or social justice causes. This energy also has the potential for a major breakthrough, the kind where the path ahead becomes very clear, even if it's not necessarily going to be easy, as these Rocky Mountains would suggest. The card also encourages you that whatever you choose to begin now with this clear vision and way of seeing will be successful and victorious, as long as you can master your mind. As long as you are in control of your thoughts. How are you working to be fully conscious of how your mind is operating? This will be your biggest asset for your next version of reality. So a lot of potential here. The aces are always potential for new beginnings. There's a lot of, it's like ultimate potential. Love that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot to dive in deeper. What does pile number 1 need to know about the reality that they're shifting into? What else can you tell us about the reality that pile number 1 is shifting into, please? Guides and angels for pile number 1. What reality are they shifting? into. All right, so in your past position, you have the Fool. Beautiful. More new beginnings. The King of Cups in your current energy. Cool. The Five of Pentacles in your challenge position. The Page of Pentacles and your advice. And the Chariot and your outcome. Okay. So with your past position being the Fool, that tells me that you've recently had some type of breakthrough or some type of new beginning that's really sparked your passion, sparked your interest, some kind of new venture that you're setting out on, some kind of new way of being. This is like the ultimate beginner's mind, right? So it's just like setting out, beginning, and not knowing the mountains that you may have to climb, and that being a good thing, because this is embracing all the things that bring new chances and possibilities that we didn't think were possible. It's asking you to lean in without fear. It represents the genesis of all potential and everything that's come before to lead us here. This is the beginning of the tarot. This is like the very first, the egg, the potential for all. All potential is here. So this is really a beautiful time to pay close attention to your dreams, to really get into journaling about what it is that you're envisioning the next chapter of your life, the next reality that you're shifting into. This is like that kind of metamorphosis time where anything is possible, and really setting those intentions. So it seems like you've been kind of incubating in that energy for a while. And especially with the Ace of Swords, that tells me that you've really shifted your perspective and to allow this new beginning in, to see things in a different way. So through the Fool, we can realize that the only limitations that we have are the ones that we impose on ourselves. So allowing yourself to really marinate in the energy of what it is that you're calling in next. And because this is the swords, the suit of swords, this mental, it feels like this is going to cover, like this is a pretty well-rounded reading here. I feel like with the suits that we have going on, I feel like this is covering all areas of your life. I don't think that this is necessarily a specific like new job or new, it just seems like everything might be colored with this newness in your life right now. Because your mind is what's shifted. Your mind is the one that's beginning on the new journey. Like you're especially jumping ahead here to the King of Cups in your current energy. This is ultimate emotional maturity. So it's balancing working on your mind and emotions in tandem so you can create whatever it is that you want from this place of pure potential. This is the secret, right? It's getting control of your mind and your emotions. And so the fact that you have this in your current energy with the King of Cups is huge, because he is the ultimate master. He's sitting on this tumultuous sea, but he is the eye of the storm. He is dead still. He is not rocked by anything that's happening around him. I always think of, forgive me with this mom moment coming out, but if you've ever tried to raise a child and they're in that toddler phase and those inevitable tantrums happen, to envision myself as like this rock in the ocean, that she is the ocean and is the waves crashing against me, and it's my job to stand firm, to look at her and let her know that however emotional and upset that she gets, that she can't knock me off balance, right? Like, she doesn't have that power to knock me off balance. So he's operating that way with everyone, with everything that life throws at him. It's a beautiful way to be, because it's not unfeeling. He has the most capacity to feel. He has the most depth. He has the biggest capacity to feel the most deeply, but he's not going to let outside influences take him on an emotional journey. So it feels like being calm in any situation, being diplomatic, being able to rise above in that observer state of mind, is really serving you well. And if you feel like, oh, maybe that doesn't sound exactly like me, maybe I've been letting my emotions carry me a little bit more, then this is the energy that Spirit is letting you know that is available to you and that you're capable of stepping into. So just to kind of envision yourself observing your thoughts, observing your emotions, and know that you have complete control. You're in full command of your emotions in a wise, caring, calm way. So perhaps this is calling you to use more diplomacy, whether that be in work or with your relationships. Have those emotions be guideposts for you, but to not let them take you under, if that makes any sense. And then in your challenge area is this Five of Pentacles. So this could be feeling like, well, actually, you know what? First, I wanted to say something about these three cards, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the King of Cups. This could really be about your spiritual journey. Remember when I was saying, like, this feels like it's an overarching, like it's covering all arenas of your life right now. This isn't exactly like a love reading or a work reading. It feels like it's the way you are operating. And I feel like it might be coming from some spiritual downloads that you've received recently, or some new spiritual lens that you've been able to look through. Some type of worldview has changed for you, or is currently changing. Whether that be rapid, or maybe it's a little bit of a slower burn and you haven't noticed. I feel like they're setting you up for some kind of spiritual awakening. And I hope it's a nice gradual feeling for you, because those ones that slap you in the face, they're not the easiest to integrate. Speaking from someone who knows. So in your challenge position, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is ultimately like poverty mindset. It's feeling out in the cold. It's feeling like you've been wronged, right? It's scarcity, worrying that there isn't enough, worrying that you're not going to have a warm place to be, worrying that you're not going to have shoes on your feet or food in your belly, even though all they have to do is turn and go into this church that's lit up from within. This church would offer them everything that they need. So this is more about a feeling, but knowing that it's actually an illusion. Scarcity is an illusion, because there's an abundance on this planet. And we've been perhaps taught or conditioned that we have to be in competition for resources, but that is not true. So once you're mastering your mind and your emotions, then what's next for a lot of people, especially healers, light workers, people who are on a spiritual journey. This is one of the biggest hurdles that they have to overcome, is this scarcity poverty mindset. And it comes back to feelings of worthiness, in my opinion. Are you worthy to receive not just what you need to survive, but what you need to thrive? So that might be where you want to turn your attention next, is doing some shadow work, doing some meditation, doing some journaling about, do I believe that I'm worthy to receive abundance? So this card is definitely like a fear around lack of money. But these other cards aren't indicating anything about that. So the challenge here is mental. The challenge here is to undo these beliefs and to reprogram yourself with new beliefs. You don't even have to know where they came from to rewrite them. But know that they aren't yours, so you don't have to hold them anymore. Help is nearby in this card in the windows of the church, but they're too focused on their issues, so on their problems, right? They're too focused on their current state. So instead, it's time to focus on the potential of what could be, the potential of what you're calling in, the potential of a new business or a new passion project or something. It's time to focus on the possibilities, because when you're focused on just the problems, and that's what's going to keep showing up in your reality. Okay. In your advice position is the Page of Pentacles, which very well could be a new job, new financial opportunity, starting a new venture in your physical world, starting something new. The page brings the newness of the ace, but he's like a student of it. So he's soaking in that energy. This is all about the newness of this life stage, this newness. There's so much newness in this energy that I would not be surprised if you enter a new role, a new position, a new company, a new source of income. But it's time to get creative and know that whatever it is that you've been dreaming of, the time is now to act on it. This is steady development of your finances as well. Also, the page is like the youngest of the suits, so it also is drawing me to how young he is, to look at these new opportunities before you with childlike wonder, curiosity, excitement. That type of energy is what's going to help you be magnetic versus like all of the worry that could be happening at the same time. I would be focusing on the excitement of the new, the excitement of the possibility, the excitement of what you're able to contribute. So this is the development of those new ideas. That's your advice. Your advice is you're brimming with new ideas. You've been doing some emotional work, and now it's time to work on it, to develop it. Development. That's what the ultimate, if you take nothing away from this reading, but this is, now is the time to develop your ideas and allow them to generate new income for you, because you have the power to do that. And your final outcome, you guys, is the Chariot, which is victorious. He is victorious. A lot of people see this Chariot as like forward motion and moving, and like now there's no stopping you. I see it more as like the planning and preparation phase right before you start charging ahead. He's not actually moving yet, right? He's leaving the city behind because the city doesn't have anything to offer him anymore. And these sphinxes that are leading the way are not attached to the chariot because they have ultimate trust. So he's letting his intuition lead him, and he's going away from what others think or what like society at large deems is available to you, deems is appropriate for you to do, like whatever these new ideas that you have, they may be very outside the box. And this is saying, if you pursue that and you have the willpower and the determination to pursue that, then you will be victorious. You will generate more income for yourself. This is just calling you to have the discipline and the confidence to see your vision through, because you are guaranteed success with this card. Realize that you are in the driver's seat, that these old shadow beliefs of not enoughness or scarcity or unworthiness, they're no longer yours to carry. And just realize that this card means that you're setting off and you're ready and you're destined for greatness. This is racing towards your goal, right? So be sure that you're investigating every path that you have the idea to set forth on. Investigate that path fully and then take action on it. Work on that development, right? Well, really exciting times here for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier card to see about the next reality that you're shifting into. Let me know in the comments what it is that you guys have new ideas about, what type of new business that you are dreaming of. We can claim it for you together. All right. This pile number 1 need to know about the next reality that they're shifting into. Small steps, the small wins, the small triumphs, the everyday victories, celebrate them. They will take you there. Slow and steady, careful actions. Yeah, this is definitely, it's about that development that in the Suit of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving energy, but it's showing up every day. It's being determined to get there. Look at all the sun that you have here in this reading. That means that the sun is shining on you. It's favorable. It's a favorable time for you to move forward. So take those small steps. Know that you have the emotional strength, maturity, and mental clarity and acuity to really succeed, you guys. This is awesome. Well, finally, we will pull a card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit book. And if my style of reading resonates with you and you want to dive deeper in your specific situation, I do offer personal readings at this time. And you can find that info in the description box. This is the new channel, so if you did receive any helpful insights or clarity from this reading, please like, share, and subscribe for readings every week. All right, pile number 1. What animal is representing the next version of reality that you're shifting into? Lizard. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if he has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, flaky. To bring into balance, a creative project. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, this with the King of Cups in your current energy, you guys are probably bringing a lot more psychic, intuitive gifts online at this time. And, you know, going on that spiritual journey. But I just love that it's talking about being a dreamer and seeing what is yet to manifest with all of these new ideas that are coming online for you. It's a beautiful thing. Like, you have this vision and Spirit is telling you to go for it. Love this for you guys. Sending you so much support, love, and light on your journey, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this pile from the Muse Tarot and this Amazonite stone, then this message is for you. So I went ahead and pulled a card in advance for representing the general theme for the reality that you're shifting into next. And I channeled a message about that card in advance. So I will go ahead and read that to you now. Then we will pick a few more tarot cards to dive deeper into that energy. Then we will pick an oracle card to clarify, and we will end with the wild unknown animal spirit card. So for you, the general theme is going to be represented by the 4 of inspiration. This next reality that you're shifting into is centered around authentic and heart-based relationships, a sense of loving support from a like-minded community, working and being with those who value who you are at your core, those who witness every aspect of you and are grateful for the complete and true version of you. This next reality will elevate your vibration and expand your heart when you can fully embrace moments of celebration. This next reality that you're calling in allows you to be supported by those who are truly capable of celebrating your achievements with you. This celebration could very well be one of a public commitment of love, like an engagement or wedding, if that's something you're here for. So often when we reach monumental milestones in love or business, we don't allow ourselves to fully feel the magnitude of joy that occasion calls for. Allow yourself to step fully into those high highs. This is ultimately an energy of stability, security, and comfort, of inviting those closest to you into the beauty that you've created and to amplify those feelings out into the world so the ripples of your joy and gratitude can be felt by many. So off to a beautiful, uplifting start. I love the imagery on this card. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a few more tarot cards here about the next reality that you're shifting into. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. In your past position is the 6 of inspiration, or the 6 of wands in the traditional tarot. You have the page of materials in your current energy, the page of pentacles, Seven of emotions, or 7 of cups in your challenge area. Eight of voices, or 8 of swords in your advice position. Very interesting. And the Queen of Emotions, or Queen of Cups in your outcome. Okay, I'm feeling like there's a lot of energy coming in. So in your past position is the 6 of inspiration, which is like the 6 of wands. And that energy is all about victory. She's being held up by her community here. She is a leader. She has worked hard for this victory, for this win. And now it's time for her community to celebrate her. So where in your life have you recently felt victorious or been recognized for doing a job well done? This is the energy of being thanked, of being in the spotlight, of being a leader. And the purpose of this card is also to illuminate the way for others to also be victorious. So in business, in your community, whether that's also if we were talking about the flavor of this being in love as well, if you feel like you've been victorious in love, for others to see that and to know that that is also possible for them. That's a huge part of being a leader, right? It's to say, look at this great success that I've achieved, and know that because I have this success, it too can belong to you. Look at what's possible. So making sure that you're saying yes to success when it shows up in your life for those reasons, to be seen by others so that they also can believe in themselves and believe that they can achieve what you've achieved. This also could be like forging a new path in a different type of business, or a different type of way of being in community, or a different type of relationship. There could be newness about it, something different. A lot of times leaders are taking risks in that way, where they're not doing things the way that they've always been done. And now in your current energy is the Page of Materials, which is like the Page of Pentacles, which is all about developing financial stability in a slow and deliberate way, but also coming at it with this newness, with this freshness, with this student type of energy, to really practice the art of generating wealth for yourself, to practice the art of developing financial stability for yourself, discovering how to create abundance. The page is also like the youngest character in the suits as well. So it's like bringing that vibrancy that youth brings to whatever project that you're working on right now. And to have that level of enthusiasm and to see the newness in it as well. It's like I was feeling with the Six of Inspiration was also about a new way of doing something. So that could also be carried over into this energy with the Page of Materials. It's like a new type of way of making money or doing it in a new way. But these are new financial and material like opportunities for success that are going to start popping up in your life right now, and they have a lot of potential to become these roses if you're committed to developing them, if you're committed to nurturing them into existence. So this is a beautiful time to study, explore, learn, be in that student mode, that student mindset, for working on creating more wealth and financial stability for yourself, because it seems like you're really also prioritizing community. And when you do that, you're going to lift up your entire community as well. Really beautiful. And in your challenge position is the Seven of Emotions. And I feel like with this being in the which is like the Seven of Cups, which is all about having lots of options. Like if you imagine these fish as opportunities or emotions or paths that she could take for emotional fulfillment, but she's ultimately kind of in this cloud of whether it's illusion or a cloud of uncertainty, or she's just not exactly sure which of these fish to pick, which of these paths to take. Like if you imagine these beams of light as paths, opportunities for you to follow, she's having a hard time deciding at this time. So that being in your challenge position tells me that you've achieved some level of success in your life. You're being called to be with community. Maybe that could have something to do with your level of success as well. And now you're working on developing financial stability for yourself, but maybe you have a few things that you're excited to pursue at this moment. So you're having trouble deciding what to put your energy towards at this time. And jumping ahead to your advice being the Eight of Voices, which is the Eight of Swords, just feeling like there's no way out. I think this is saying that the way out of this kind of mental anguish is maybe something that you haven't thought of yet. But this is ultimately like a sea of possibilities here. So choosing which of these options before you is going to align with your truth and commit to it. So lean toward which of these options is going to bring you happiness that's grounded into reality, that's tangible here for you. Because it feels like with this being in your challenge position, it's kind of feeding into this Eight of Voices energy, which is like feeling stuck, feeling bound, like she literally looks bound up here, you know? So it's feeling stuck and knowing that you do have options and seeing that your options are actually empowering for you, so you're not feeling stuck. Because this is like feeling stuck with maybe the option that you did end up choosing, or feeling stuck like you don't have any options, but actually you have lots of options here. So feeling empowered by those options and really marinating with them to see which is going to allow you to continue this energy of development, of victory, of being in conscious community, and pursuing that and settling on that. Because I feel like the weighing of the options is kind of putting you in this tormented space of like feeling stuck, feeling unsure, feeling like there is no way out to choose, there is no correct option. But ultimately, your intuition is what's going to serve you here. Because this card is all about a psychic level of intuition and emotional maturity. So knowing that you have options, knowing that you're not stuck by those options, but you're actually empowered by those options, and choosing that option that's going to align with grounded in reality and also that's coming from your intuition. So I would do some journaling exercises. I would do some meditation exercises, and to help you zero in and land on one of those options, and then just let the rest go. And know that they might come back around if they're meant for you, right? If they're meant for you, they will come back around at a more aligned time. You're just choosing for now. You're not choosing forever. So the Eight of Voices is all about being stuck in a web that you created yourself, because it's like this mental anguish, right? But just be really confident in your choice. Be really confident in your choosing, and then this will be irrelevant, because you're no longer going to be tormented by the lack of options or too many options that you have before you. You're able to leave this energy anytime you want. And the way through that is this Queen of Emotions energy. which is so intuitive, so illuminated from the heart space, has so much depth. So whichever of these options is going to allow you to step into this energy is going to be the right one for you. Whatever is going to allow you to create from the heart space is going to be the right option for you. Creating from heart, grounded in reality, and allowing yourself to be the bridge between your conscious desires and your unconscious desires. Because that's when manifestation can occur very rapidly, when you're making sure that your unconscious and your conscious desires are aligned. And that requires some digging in the shadows, some shadow work, to realize how much power that you actually have. Make sure that you're checking in with your emotions, all of your emotions, before making these decisions as well. This is such a nurturing energy as well. It's a nurturing that allows for very strong empathy, but empathy that is not dysfunctional, because so many of us who identify as empaths can just soak other people's emotional baggage and discord up like a giant sponge. But she does not allow any of that into her being. She can empathize with them without taking it on. So whichever of these opportunities that you're working on now, one that allows you to be in this mode, be in this feeling, because this I'm seeing is you. Even if you identify as a masculine energy, however your business is going to allow you to be in this state, be in this mode, that looks like it's going to be the most aligned option for you. Beautiful. I want to go ahead and pull a clarifier now here about the next reality that you're shifting into. Looks like it's definitely conscious business, conscious finance, leadership, and community related. I love that. All right, card number 2. What do you need to know about the next reality that you're shifting into? Card number 2. Commitment. Commit to this next stage in your development, and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. Long-term, determined, all in. Wow. That could be the commitment that we spoke of here, this public commitment of love, but also it's like committing to whatever it is that you're moving forward with all these options that you have, choosing one and committing to it fully, and then you're going to be rewarded by being so in tune with your psychic senses that you're going to be able to choose from this place of depth here and now forward, moving forward. Wow. Beautiful. All right, finally, we're going to end with a card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck for an animal to represent the energy that you're shifting into, the reality that you're shifting into. And if my style of reading resonates with you and you want to dive deeper into your specific situation, I do offer personal readings at this time. And you can find that info in the description box. This is a new channel, so if you did receive any helpful insights or clarity, please like, share, and subscribe for readings every week. Okay, card number 2. What animal is best representing your next reality that you're shifting into? Nightingale. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. So I feel like you guys must be very connected to music, especially at this time, and I feel like that's going to help you make any decisions that you need to make and to get you in touch with your emotions and your intuition. So sending you so much support, love, and light on your journey, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this deck, this Sanctus Concordia deck, and this Tiger's Eye as your stone, then this message is for you. So I went ahead and pulled a card to represent the general theme for the next reality that you're shifting into, pulled it in advance, and channeled a message for you. So I will read that to you, and then we'll pull some more tarot to dive in deeper into that energy. Then we will pull a clarifying oracle card, and we will end with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. All right. So for y'all, the 9 of Cups is the next version of reality that you're stepping into. For you, the next reality you're shifting into is all about harnessing the power of manifestation. This is the wish fulfillment card, all about stepping into and basking in the energy of what you truly want before receiving it. All about truly believing you are worthy of ultimate fulfillment. This is literally the card that happens directly prior to the 10 of Cups, which is fulfillment on every plane of existence, in every area of your life. This is the final step to get you there, and it's about feeling and thinking as if you have what you're asking the universe for. For some of you, this is a relationship, and others, this is a material manifestation, but one that truly fulfills your spirit. This is spiritual and material success that comes from this glowing aura around her mind. For me, in this moment, is symbolizing an active mind that is in alignment with her higher being. This facial expression is true satisfaction, knowing that your wish is about to come true. This is an energy of indulgence because this is the end of a tumultuous emotional journey to find meaning, purpose, and happiness. This is a positive omen. If you're single, it's time to go out and socialize and be merry with others. If this is about finances, you're about to level up. And if it's about career, this is a great time to ask for a raise because you've worked hard for this recognition. So overall, really good energy to have be the overarching theme for this reading for you guys. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and pull some more tarot. All right, angels and guides for pile number 3. Tell me more about the next reality that they're stepping into. The next reality that pile number 3 is stepping into. All right, these 2 flew out, so we're going to do them in order. The Knight of Wands for your past position. Queen of Wands for your current energy. She's a big time manifester, so that makes sense. 6 of Swords in your challenge position. judgment in your advice. And the Wheel of Fortune in your outcome. Dang! Some big energy. Big energy here, y'all. Well, this is all making a lot of sense to me. So with the Nine of Cups, how I was reading this particular card for you guys being like the final step before your big manifestation comes through, it would make sense that in your past position is the Knight of Wands. Because this is all about pursuing a goal or a mission with like fervor, right? A lot of energy and action and passion and changes coming in very swiftly and just like charging ahead and knowing what it is that you want and just like being on a mission to pursue your passions, to pursue your goals. So this definitely could be about love, because wands can definitely be about love, but this also could just be about pursuing a goal. Your goal could be love, or it could also be business. I'm feeling like for some of you it will be one, and for some of you it will be the other. So I'm going to do my best to keep both of those things in mind, both of those options for you guys, because this energy is always going to present differently in all of your lives. But yeah, I feel like this is usually the knight that kind of he looks kind of like he's got the blinders on and he's just going in. He's just like diving in. He's just like charging ahead. So I feel like you've been really focused on getting what it is that you want. And so now this next phase is more just like emotional and being in the energy of it, instead of like, this is very much a card of doing, like being in action, a very masculine card. And this card to me is more feminine, because it's like being in the energy of it and then magnetizing it to you because you're a match for that energy, right? Like the thing that you're calling in can no longer stay away from you because you're just like a literal magnet to it. So I feel like this would make sense that maybe Spirit's asking you to step more into this receptive mode for this final stage to allow it to come in, because you've been actively pursuing it, right? And especially with your current energy being the Queen of Wands, because she knows, she's my favorite queen. She knows exactly what she wants. She has this kind of entrepreneurial mindset, and she really does not care what other people think. She is going to do and what she wants. She's going to get what she wants, and she's going to do it in a very charismatic and magnetic way as well. She is a queen about passion, and she's fiercely independent as well. So whatever it is that you're pursuing, it might be a little bit outside the box, and it's asking you to step into this energy of not really caring what others think about what it is that you're passionate about. But she is an extremely creative, almost like sexual queen too, like sexual in a way that's not like base sexuality, but like using your sexuality for creative purposes, right? Because that's the same energy center. Like your sacral chakra is your second chakra, where your reproductive organs are, and your reproductive organs are the foundation for creating life, and creating life is the same energy of creating what you want in this world. So it's tapping into that energy center to do it. And I'm not saying using your sexuality for manipulation, but realizing that those two things are connected and making sure that is in balance. That energy center is in balance. I feel like it would be really important at this time. Not overactive and not underactive, right? Like in balance. But yeah, she definitely follows her passion. So this is definitely leading you to follow your passion, whether that's a person or something related to your career, whatever it is that you are most passionate about at this time, that's what this reading is about for you. And in your challenge position is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is all about leaving tumultuous waters for calmer waters. It's about leaving everything that you know behind and starting over. It sounds very dramatic, but ultimately this is about finding a better path and finding a path that's like, it's a higher vibration for you. It's like moving up a level. And in order to do that, you have to leave a version of your reality behind. You have to leave something behind. So whether that's like you're calling in a new relationship, but you're still talking to your ex, time to cut that out. Time to absolutely no thank you. Because just a little lesson about the energy of that. If you're using your precious life force energy to be focusing on a relationship that's no longer serving you, then that is tying up your energy in that relationship, and it's not allowing another person to come in very easily. You're not going to be nearly as magnetic for a new relationship that's really going to serve you and benefit you and be a perfect match for you if you're still talking to someone who you know isn't a good fit. It's also that energy of worthiness, right? Like knowing that I'm only going to be wanting to talk to people that actually like are willing to commit themselves to me. And I'm not saying that all relationships need to be like this serious committed thing, but if you are looking for a committed relationship, then those should be the only types of relationships that you're allowing in your life. So that just could be an example of something that you need to leave behind. But this is a transitory energy. So that could be just a challenge, right? It's a challenge to make a change. It's a challenge to leave behind a way of being. So this could even be just like cutting out a habit or leaving behind a habit or leaving a job, even if this is about career for you. And I'm not saying go quit your job. I'm just saying that there will be something that you're required to walk away from at this time. And it's not going to be easy. It's in your challenge position. It never is easy to walk away. But know that what you're moving towards is going to be better than you could have imagined. And you guys, in your advice position is Judgment, which is literally like spiritual awakening. The angels are tooting their horns and they're saying, hey babe, time to wake up. You decided you wanted to wake up in this life and wake up to higher truths and higher reality and a higher version of yourself, and I'm sounding your alarm now. It's time to wake up. And even if you've already had an awakening, I know that I've had several awakenings in my life, so it's definitely possible to wake up to even more of who you truly are, to wake up to even more divine truth and reality. But this is a major leveling up. So if you can leave behind what's no longer serving you, what's no longer for you, you will be rewarded with this beautiful energy of leveling up. Like, this is your higher self calling you forward into this next version of your reality that's going to be everything that you've been asking for. And it seems like you're going to be doing it from this like awakened place. This is an initiation, right? Like this leaving behind, this creating what it is that you want. These are big initiatory energies going on here. Initiating you into a better version of reality that requires this complete internal transformation. So you can be living at this higher level. And things can never be the same after that in such a beautiful way, because this is like an integration of everything that you've learned, of everything that you've had to go through to get here. This is an integration of those lessons from the past and seeing the light to move you forward. This is awakening to a new level of consciousness. So since this is in your advice position, I would say all you have to do is allow it in. Just like try to remove the resistance. Try to remove the resistance to leaving behind something that doesn't serve you anymore, right? Just like do your best to go with the flow, because it seems like this is coming for you. And I hope that doesn't sound scary at all. Like it's a beautiful thing to operate with a higher state of consciousness. It's a beautiful thing. And at this point on this planet, we need as many of us as possible, because it's going to be happening for some people, whether they like it or not. And you can kind of choose if it's going to be full of resistance or be in the flow for you. And your outcome is the Wheel of Fortune, which means that it's your time to be in the sun. It's your time to be receiving fortunes from the universe. This tells me that maybe you haven't had it so easy here in these past few, I wanted to say like cycles of manifestation, but that doesn't really make any sense. And these, like, however long a cycle has been for you, that this last one may not have been so easy, so simple. And now this is your time. This is your time. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and it's shining on you, right? With this light that's coming in, like this, it's shining on you. It's rewarding you for stepping into this higher version of yourself, a higher version of reality. And it's beautiful that we're talking about changing vibratory states and to go into higher states of consciousness, because this card also is like, they're on the traditional in the traditional tarot, in this card there's a snake, which is like representing your vibratory state and the power that you have to change your vibration, to be in a better position on this wheel, to receive the manifestations that you've been calling in, and just making sure that you're in this, like, excuse my language, but like uneffable with, like, you're just like, you cannot be effed with. You cannot be effed with. You know what you deserve. You're not going to let anybody burst your bubble. You're not going to let anybody tell you what you can and can't have, because it's time for you to get what it is that you're calling in. You have all of these cards that say you can have exactly what it is that you want, as long as you're able to prioritize your energy. Prioritize your sacred divine energy, and realize that everything that you're saying yes to, or realize that you're voting with your energy, and to be absolutely certain that anything you allow into your life is what you're saying yes to more of. Well, this is like big time, guys. Big time stuff. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier here about the next amazing version of reality that you're shifting into. And I mean, look what just, like, literally, I don't know if you guys saw that. It like flipped. Wow. Wow, wow. Superior. Become a leader in the situation. Speak and act with authority. Set your boundaries and know your limits. Boss, leadership, authority. And that's actually what was like on the tip of my tongue with this. I'm like, you guys are going to be like a leader in your energetic state, right? And I feel like this is also speaking to the Six of Swords here, setting boundaries. Setting those clear boundaries so you can have everything that you're wanting. Very cool. All right, finally, we're going to pull the Wild Unknown. animal spirit card for what animal is representing the energy for your next version of reality. And if you like my style of reading and you want to dive deeper into your specific situation, I do offer personal readings at this time. You can find that info in the description box. This is a new channel, so if you received any helpful insights or clarity, then please like, share, and subscribe for readings every week. Shark. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky, destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. I feel like, again, this is coming back to that Six of Swords moment of only allowing in your reality what's truly for you and not accepting anything less from yourself or from anyone else. Well, let me know what you guys are manifesting at this time, because it looks to be big time stuff. Sending you so much support, love, and light on your journey, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.